Hey guys, welcome to the vlog. So, I've been busy these past few days, and today is alright. I went to see Planes, Fire and Rescue, a movie I did not want to see because I've never seen the first movie, and I keep hearing it's a horrible, horrible, horrible movie. And that's just what I've been hearing. I just looked at the critic rating. 26% are positive. So I really didn't want to see Planes 2 if the first movie was that bad. And I watched it, and my take on it, I'll be honest, it's a typical Disney movie, alright? But it does have a few things others don't. This one has some of the best animation I've ever seen, period. Because the visuals in the background are beautiful. And the fire effect is actually kind of cool too. And you don't see that anymore in Disney. Alright, so first I'm going to talk about the bad. And there is kind of a lot of it. So keep in mind, these are all opinion based as long as you agree with me. So, the first one I would have to say is the story. Because I will admit the story is a little surprising because you really don't know what happened. But it's cliche and expected. Alright, so what's the story? Well, the main character of the first movie, Dusty Crosshopper, he is now a big racer, and from at least what I know from the first film, that's what he was trying to achieve. And I already knew the ending of the first movie without even watching it. He becomes the racer he wants to be, because that's Disney. You know what's going to happen. So now, being the famous racer, he gets too self-confident. And at least he doesn't become a jerk off. But one day, while going on a test run, his gearbox fails, and since his is discontinued, he can't race at high speeds. And eventually he snaps and just flies for no reason. And he goes and they gave him a warning light. They know when he's going too fast, otherwise the thing's going to break. So there he is, just flying because he's angry. Goes too fast. He crashes into well, not really crashes, but he hits this thing, and it catches on fire. And the only person there to stop it is the firefighter. The only firefighter there. Who was he? Let me look. Alright, his name was Mayday. And he can't put the fire out, so they tip over a water tower, and that gives he's in trouble with the safety department. So what happens is that they have the only one option to keep the airport open, and that is get a second firefighter and fix Mayday up. And Mayday gets fixed up, but they need a second firefighter. Dusty volunteers to do it, but needs to get certified. So he travels to where was it? It was this place in the woods. So the whole movie is basically him trying to get certified. And it's a bunch of colorful characters. The creepiest person I have ever seen in a Disney Pixar movie has to be the crazy chick in this. What's her name? Hold on. Somewhere. Hold on. I'll find it. Cabby. Alright, so her name is Cabby. And she is creepy. I mean, creepy. How do I explain this? There's this one scene. Toward the end of the movie, Dusty crashes because he went too fast. And she stayed by his bed the entire time. And you may think that's endearing, but after they Ed Harris's character tells him that she stayed by his side, she goes, "I like to watch you sleep." That's what she said, word by word. And I was thinking in my head, that's not creepy at all. She really is creepy. Freaking hilarious. And, as much as I dislike the idea, I will say that this movie is alright. Because the visuals, as I said before, are beautiful. I mean, beautiful. Or as Jim Carrey would say, beautiful. Like, it's just that good. And I would have to say, another good thing about it is voice cast, because the voice cast is good. I like the voice cast. I'm talking about bad things right now, aren't I? Yeah, bad things. Bad things. Another bad thing about the movie, I think, is how do I say this? They keep the references. The references are really bad. And I don't mean bad as in clever, I mean bad as in who would get this. For instance, at this one point, you see a small cameo, small reference to a certain actor I know, but he isn't big anymore. He was back in the 70s and 80s and 90s, but isn't big anymore. Burt Reynolds. And there's this character, and he was called Boat Reynolds. Who would get that? I mean, seriously, who would get that? I mean, besides the adults, of course. And there were so many sexual references, too. And I'm thinking in my head, this is a kid's movie. Seriously? I mean, like, why reference? Why must you have adult references? That doesn't make you more adult. If anything, it makes you more childish. Excuse. Like, they don't have. Apparently, they're not. They weren't thinking. You see, Disney has a talent for making adult references and thinking they're more grown up. Here's some words for you, Disney. It doesn't make you more grown up. If anything, it makes you more for kids. And that's a lot coming from somebody who loves Disney. What else is bad about the movie? See, the story is weak. The references are horrible. Some of the characters I really, really hate. There's this one guy. He is like the superintendent of the park. And like, he is the most stereotypical stereotype you would ever see in any movie ever. And he... Alright, let's say it like this. Let me say it like this. I normally like stereotypes because I can always laugh at them. Because I think stereotypes aren't clever. They're just stupid, but they're funny. And then you have this guy. This guy is not funny. He's just plain annoying. So, there's that. That's actually really the only character I really hated in this movie. Was him. Now, the good things. Like I said, visuals are just beautiful. The visuals are by far the best part of the movie. If you just muted it and watched some of those scenes, you'd be like, whoa. Because they're like that good. At least characters have personality in this movie. Besides Dusty. Dusty is stereotypical. But there were actually some characters that have some good personalities. Like Creepy Girl. Yeah, she's creepy, but you like her. And there was this one girl which had more screen time, Dottie. She was a forklift at Dusty's place. And, like, she actually had one of the most personality out of all of them. And the thing about it was, at least to me, and the thing about it was she didn't get that much screen time, unfortunately. Another major upside, but also a downside, is the voice cast. I really don't know half these people, but I do know some of these people. Like Jerry Stiller is in this movie. Jerry Stiller is also Ben Stiller's father. You got Ed Harris in this movie. You have, I'm looking at the list. You have Brad Paisley. He makes a small cameo in this movie. And by far the best cameo in any Disney movie ever is Patrick Warburton. He has a role in this movie playing a safety truck. No. He's a firefighting fire truck. And he is, you recognize, you either know him by his face, know him by his voice, or both. And I'm one who knows them both. And I easily recognized it was him. I'm thinking in my head, wow. They actually got Patrick Warburton in this. So, there's that. But, overall the film, I gave it a B-. That's my take on planes. Also, I have a tape recorder now. Watch. Watch this. Ranger calling X46. The copy, over. Let me flip this thing over. So, it's, yeah. And earlier this morning I showed a Cue Critic video, which I came up with on the spot, so again it wasn't scripted. And I'm going to upload it tomorrow. Well, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, so I guess tonight. Today sometime. So, that was my day. So, yeah. I guess I'll see you on this vlog. I'll see you later.